Hey there, David Crump here, co-creator and admin for Nick Tumminello's Practical Program Design Mastery. As you probably are well aware, PPDM is a brand new program that Nick has brought online using an online portal to develop the awareness and programming resource that's going to allow personal trainers to create better training programs for real life client scenarios. Wanted to go ahead, show you what the inside of the site looks like so you can understand what makes this resource unique and beneficial. So we're going to go ahead and log in here real quick so you can just kind of take a peek behind the curtain, so to speak. And once we log in, we're taken to our member dashboard. This is kind of the main hub here of what you can expect as a member. And we've got about 5 different sections here. The first of which is the case studies, which is like the true meat and potatoes here of what PPDM is all about. Now, the way the program works is that every month you get a brand new case study delivered to you, and in that case study, you're gonna see some pretty awesome pieces to it. So the first piece is that you're gonna have a very detailed client profile that's gonna explain exactly who we're working with. And that looks like this. You're gonna see everything from individual preferences, limitations, training frequency, training environment, the whole 9, right? So you're gonna have a very good understanding of who the client is here that we're programming for and what you're working with. Then you're gonna have access to the training program that Nick would design for them. And most of these training programs are anywhere from 4 to 12 weeks. So they're pretty in-depth. Everything is laid out as far as the exercise, the sets, the reps, what you're doing each day. It's very clear. Here's the coolest part about this too. You're gonna be able to download the training program, and it's gonna come in an Excel format, which means that you can actually edit right from the document. You're not gonna have to create something brand new. So you'll be able to edit right from the document to make it fit your clients, or you can use it as is, as laid out. So you're gonna have that awesome detailed case study. You're gonna have the exact program that Nick would use with this person, and then it's gonna be all tied together by having a personal video from Nick that explains exactly why he chose those exercises, reps, how the entire program should work, what his thought process is when going through this, and some of the additional questions that you might have. So that's all gonna be put together, and that's just the case study portion. So if we go back here to the dashboard, we're gonna actually back up all of these awesome case studies with some demos. I understand that there's a lot of different names for exercises, so some of it can be confusing. So to offset that, we actually have a massive exercise demo database that's going to allow you to make sure that you not only are aware what exercise it is to the name, but how to perform that exercise correctly. And not just the exercises in the programs themselves, but also the warm-ups. So you can see that when we click on a case study, it's going to bring up just the library for that entire case study and all the exercises in it, with the video, the name, the whole 9. So you're not only going to know just what to do in the program, but also you're going to be able to add some new exercises to your own toolbox to make sure that you have the latest and greatest for your clients. Now, next up, we have some discussion. And the cool thing about this is it means that you have a direct line of connection to Nick. So every single case study, there is a discussion forum. You're going to be able to pop in there. You're going to be able to ask questions, get answers directly from Nick, ask him why he chose this or what he would do in a certain situation instead for this type of client. As you can see, we've already got some pretty good conversation happening here. And this really helps you not only connect to Nick, bring some ideas about, but also communicate with some other people and sort of how they're using their case studies out there. And we have trainers from all over the world already communicating here. Next up, we've got bonus content. So we add a little bit of bonus content every month. So every single month, we're adding some new pieces to it. Last month's bonus content was the 5 types of clients, where Nick did an awesome live video about the 5 types of clients that you're typically going to encounter as a trainer, and then how to think about them, how to program for them, and make sure that they're getting the most out of working with you. So that's just extra on top of all this other stuff that we're bringing you. And then finally, we have our trainer toolbox section. In our trainer toolbox section are downloads of specific documents that are very beneficial to have as a trainer working out there in the field. Things like 10 important questions that most trainers don't ask their clients. Here's the type of questions that Nick asks a lot of people or his clients when he is trying to determine what type of program they need and make sure that that program actually fits into their, not only their needs and wants, but also sort of their personal preferences and environments. Also in here we have the 7 principles of full range strength training, which is essentially the principles that govern everything about how Nick programs. And you're gonna have access to all these free downloads here in our trainer toolbox. So as you can see, practical program design mastery is actually pretty in depth. We're covering a lot of stuff here. Our goal is ultimately to make you the best trainer in your area, to teach you how to think about program design and do it from a completely different standpoint than what most resources are doing. I highly recommend getting in on it. It's very inexpensive, and you're gonna have access to Nick and all of these awesome resources when you go ahead and sign up over at practicalprogrammastery.com.